right, here's a quick look at what we're expecting as we move forward with your first alert forecast. So the watches and warnings, none for us. But if we look right up the road, there is a frost advisory in place in parts of North Carolina. So for all of the areas shaded in the blue in North Carolina, heading north into Virginia, they're going to see their first frost of the season. This is going to be in place for them tonight and into tomorrow morning. We're not going to get quite as cool as they're going to get. But if we did, it would be okay and it would be perfectly on average with our seasonal averages, because on average our first frost, which is a temperature of 36 degrees, usually happens October 23rd. So it would be okay if it did, but we're not expecting it to happen. Usually that first freeze of the season, that 32-degree temperature, comes about November 1st, and below freezing, 28 or below, usually happens around November 17th. So let's give it a couple weeks before we really have to start doubling up on those layers. As for the temperatures we're expecting tonight, I am expecting us to settle at about 40 in our northernmost counties, including Lancaster and Camden. So if we did see those areas getting down to 38, maybe 37, and in some of our calm, stable locations and maybe a covered location, you could see some frost coming in very early tomorrow morning. Almost everyone else will be well above those numbers and out of the realm of possibility, because we're expecting 41 for your overnight low, Lexington and Columbia, 40 in Newberry, 42 in North. Now, high pressure will be the main dominating factor, keeping us extremely stable, and that's one of the reasons they'll see that frost, because of all the dry, clear, stable air that will be to the north of us. We will be watching as a few clouds begin to advance to the north over to the west of us, and those are a few high, thin clouds that could move in late tonight into first thing tomorrow morning. If they do, they could slow us down from not getting quite as cool as we were expecting. So clouds overnight, of course, serve as a blanket, and that would keep our temperatures up a little bit. But we do know that those clouds will keep us dry. We're not worried about them producing any rain, because we're expecting extremely dry weather around here as we head through your Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and into your upcoming weekend. Here's that first alert 10-day forecast, including 75 for you tomorrow, 47 overnight, and then 78 Wednesday. This clearly sets us up for a warming trend. We're at 80 by Thursday, and then it's going to feel like spring in the fall by the time we get to the weekend. We're tracking 83 Saturday. Sunday's at 84. It should be a nice warm start to your work week next week as well at 83.